You get into an accident, the police show up. Months later, so does a bill for their services.
It's a new charge you've never had to pay before. The I-Team's Hagit Lamore joins us with a first in Hamilton County that probably won't be a last. Hagit?
You may think your taxes cover police service, but one local department says if you don't live in their boundaries, their taxpayers shouldn't pay for their time servicing you. Some fire and EMS departments have been doing this for years, but this is a first for police in Hamilton County, and most people have no idea.
I was astounded.
Bob Reif drives deliveries to supplement his Social Security. Most of the time it's uneventful, but one day...
Pulled up at this house and looked in my mirrors and I didn't see her, and I backed up.
A fender bender, the kind where both cars drive away after the friendly neighborhood policeman writes a quick accident report. Then, 4 months later, Reif gets this bill, $279, payable to Amberley Village Police Department.
You had to rent the police car, you had to rent the policeman, and then you had to rent the police station.
An itemized bill that rankles Reif, who says he already pays taxes for police service.
I'll hand it to him. It's original, you know. Bill the poor sucker twice.
I could see people saying that they have to look at we still have to maintain a service to our community.
Lieutenant Rich Wallace says his department gets paid by and is responsible above all to the citizens of Amberley Village. No offense to someone like Reif, who lives in Mason, but
when there is an accident involving a non-resident, we're actually taking away from the residents that are actually paying our salaries. They're paying their tax dollars. They have their officers out there and available to them.
Yeah, I'm sure the people in Amberley Village that come to Mason and have an accident don't pay either.
Everyone is a taxpayer somewhere, so why does it matter if you have an accident in your backyard or in the next community?
Well, you can't compare apples to oranges. You have completely different tax bases from community to community.
Regina Moore runs the company that sent Reif that bill. Cost Recovery Corporation, based in Dayton, Ohio, came up with this concept of police departments charging at-fault drivers if they live in other communities.
So when you really look at it, currently the way the system is set up is you have innocent taxpayers that are subsidizing for services that they receive no benefit.
Moore has been taking the concept from Dayton.
Do you know how many council members will be in attendance?
Across the nation, guiding community councils to pass the ordinances that make the charges legal.
Hey, Rhonda.
Cost Recovery handles the billing and keeps a percentage of the take, which varies depending on how tough a line each community takes.
They are threatening to go to the credit bureau.
Reif got 3 bills asking for payment, the last one stating in bold letters, "You are responsible for this bill. Before we take any action, contact your insurance agent." But unlike some communities, Amberley Village has decided on soft billing. If you don't respond to those 3 letters, they drop it.
It will never go to collections.
Their hope is that drivers' insurance companies pick up the tab.
An enormous amount of the reporting is strictly for insurance adjudication. The rest of it, there's a small amount that the state actually needs.
Moore says it's only fair for insurance companies to pay the bill as part of their drivers' policies because all that police work saves them from having to hire investigators to fill out the paperwork. She says officers end up working for insurance companies instead of their communities. That's what people expect. The police will service their traffic accidents.
That's what they've been conditioned to do.
But you don't think that's how it should be?
Absolutely not. I don't think it can be that way anymore. They can't afford to.
It's a matter of money, Moore says, shifting public tax dollars to private insurance premiums. Bob Reif has another term for it.
I think it's just financial entrapment, basically.
At least one community in northern Kentucky tried this and then stopped after complaints. Insurers say they may have to raise rates to cover these costs. Regina Moore says your rates will only go up if you're at fault in an accident. So far, almost half of the insurers are refusing to pay, leaving their customers on the hook. Carol and Clyde.
We better be careful in Amberley Village, I think.
Hold on to your wallets,
yeah.
absolutely.